Hello everyone, this video is sponsored by the One Football app, the best app around. So make sure you guys are downloading it. The link is in the description for it. It keeps you up to date with all of the stats around the Premier League, not just Newcastle. Because let's face it, we don't win many games, but it is expected to be a very, very busy January transfer window. All the rumours are in the app that we are linked to. Download it, it's free.
Newcastle Fans TV.
Yeah, so this is The Last Word. I'm here with Lee, and I'm also here with Sean as well. He's going to get his views on tonight's performance. But Lee, a lot of changes, a couple because of injury, a couple because of COVID by the sound of it. But happy with the starting 11 overall, considering the circumstances?
Yes, I know there was that many. I think Sam on our WhatsApp was counting how many players were out, and there was like 8 or 9. So if you said before the game, oh, we'll have a point with all them people, I'll say, oh yeah, I'll bite your hand off. We're debating what kind of formation it was. Was it going to be Ryan Fraser at left wing back, Mankey or right wing back, but it was 4 at the back. All in all, but you look at the bench, a couple of kids on the bench.
2 goalkeepers.
So we're stretching a little bit. It'll be interesting to see what happens on Thursday, whether Wilson and the SM make it.
It's going to be very interesting. We'll talk about those injuries in a second. But Sean, what a start from Newcastle United. Alan Saint-Maximin with a fantastic finish. Perfect start.
It's a quality finish, wasn't it? That first 10 minutes, I thought we were really good. But then after that, we just sat back. We just sat back and just let them come on to us, let them have possession. I felt like Varane, and after we got that goal, every time their back four got it, we should just kept pressing them, trying to get that second goal, because we knew as the game progressed, we knew Man United would get some chances. But yeah, mate, that goal was just top bins, top quality, good ball from Longstaff, nice and simple pass into his feet, a little bit trickery and smash at top bins. Can't ask for anything more.
Manchester United fans were delighted to see Rafa Varane back into the starting 11. It was his mistake that Sean Longstaff capitalised on for Alan Saint-Maximin's goal. But Lee, Manchester United, yes, they had a lot of possession, but they didn't really do a lot with it because Martin Dubravka's only had to make one real save from a quick little dinky free kick, as I'm going to call it, and he comes out well and Newcastle managed to clear.
Was that Ronaldo?
I think it might have been Ronaldo, could be wrong, but that was probably the best Manchester United got in the first half, and it irritated them really, didn't we?
Yeah, it was class. It was high pressing from where in their faces, into their defence. Fraser, Longstaff, Wilson, Joelinton. Again, I mean, he's a player reborn.
How good was he today?
Oh, he's just. We were saying a few weeks ago we need a centre midfielder. We've got one. If he keeps that up, we might not need to go and splash the cash for another centre midfielder, because for me he's doing all the donkey work, and what I like about him is that he's doing Hayden's job, but he's better going forward than Hayden, because Hayden can't move the ball forward, whereas Joelinton can, so more of it please.
Yeah, very much so. Hope he's okay for Thursday, because he was down a few times this evening. But Sean, biggest concern really before the end of the first half was Callum Wilson's injury. It looked innocuous really. It didn't seem like he was in. It's a little bit of trickery, and it was one of those fouls that you kind of expect good centre forwards to get, and he just couldn't seem to shrug it off. Hopefully he's not out for too long, because we need him as soon as possible.
I think 5 minutes before that he took a knock though, didn't he? So I think it's his second knock that pulls him off, but he's our number 9, we cannot lose him. You could see in the second half, without that talisman up front, we had no outlet. Every time that we tried playing at Saint-Maximin, it's always in front of him so he can run into, but we've got no one that can hold it up, especially, as Lee was saying, especially if Joelinton drops into that centre midfield position. But we just cannot lose him. His goals, the team are just a lot better with him. You can see that the way they play, that they're just you just cannot lose him, mate. Cannot lose him. He's the goals.
It seemed to be a very, very long first half. It went about 51 minutes, I counted in the end, but Newcastle managed to stay in front at half-time. Manchester United make 2 changes at half-time. Edinson Cavani, who we'll have to talk about, unfortunately, and Jadon Sancho came on. I'd love to know how much they were worth, both in their prime as well. I think one was worth 75 million. God knows how much Varane would have been worth back in the heyday as well. But, not Varane, Cavani, what am I talking about? But Manchester United, with those 2 subs, you're probably thinking, oh God, are we going to get much of a chance? But we had a huge opportunity very, very early on. Jacob Murphy's cross, I believe, just hit Alan Saint-Maximin about 3 yards out, unmarked. Couldn't really react to it because it was such a quick and hard cross, but De Gea makes a good save.
For me,
has he got a score? I've only seen it the once, and I just think it just hits him. I could be wrong. Let us know in the comments.
He's got a score. He's 6 yards shooting. If it guns 10 miles quicker, it's in the back of the net. It just hits him and gives enough for De Gea to get down and stretch his arm out. I expect De Gea to save that, but a little bit more pace on the ball, and you're talking 2-1.
Yeah, 2-0. 2-0 at that point. But again, Sean, Alan Saint-Maximin looked absolutely knackered. But every time he did get the ball, he was really terrorising Manchester United's defenders. Harry Maguire, who I thought was really poor today, and Rafa Varane, who was just coming back from injury. They just looked dreadful, and Saint-Maximin Murphy, the pace was causing real issues. Ryan Fraser had a big opportunity as well, which was saved. Newcastle on the counter-attack were causing Manchester United's defence a lot of problems. I thought,
just before going back on what you were saying there about them two coming on, I was clapping my hands at them two coming on, because Greenwood going off, they had a lot of movement and Fred gives them that stability. So when them two come on, I thought we're going to outnumber them in centre midfield, because they only had, Fernandes and McTominay. So we kept hitting them on the counter attack, like you say, Fraser, Saint-Maximin and Murphy on the counter attack were class. But Maxi, it just reminds me of David Ginola. Every time he gets the ball, everybody's up on their feet. But it's just decision making. Sometimes his decision making is really good. Sometimes it's not. There was one moment where he could have took it on his right, but he's crived it, taken it on his left. It went straight at Davidia. But I think it was Fraser that was screaming for it. So sometimes his decision making lets him down. And if he got that more consistent decision making, he'd score more goals and he'd create more assists. But them three going forward, frightening. I thought Murphy was quality today as well when he come on. I thought he was quality. I would have liked to see Murphy or Almiron start, but yeah, quality going forward.
Ryan Fraser as well, the work that he put in, fuck me.
Especially defensively as well. That's not what you might not see a lot of that if you're watching on the telly on camera, but you see them going back, and Joelinton and Fraser, even Almiron. I thought he got a bit of a bollocking. I've seen Eddie Howe and Jason Tindall the first time, because Teller's got that ball straight in. It's like, Miggy, come on, we just told you, you've got to keep an eye on your man. But apart from that, I thought to a man, especially our midfield today, were absolutely superb.
There was signs though, Johnny, after ASM's, he should have scored. You've seen Rashford hit one from long distance. Cavani, I think, went close. There was signs that Man United were starting to come into it.
I don't think we were comfortable though defensively with them.
We were, but we're starting to get more narrow full-backs, and then Sancho was getting a lot more out wide. And Manquillo is a right-back playing left-back, and he hasn't played there all season. And he was getting a lot more of the ball, and that's where the goal came from.
It was, unfortunately, and Edinson Cavani had two bites at the cherry. The first was well blocked, the second he toe poked it in, and it was a real sucker punch, because I thought Man United had a couple of chances, but I still thought Newcastle were relatively comfortable. Were you fearing the worst at that point?
Like I was saying, after the first goal we just sat back again. But yeah, I mean, let's give credit to the back four and Shelvey as well, because I thought Shelvey's screen in front of the back four was quality today. We've seen it in the first half where Ronaldo was getting nothing, hands up in the air. Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Greenwood, they just got nothing. Just the back four was solid from Shelvey.
Can I just point out, Fernandes is a twisty cunt.
Oh, he's a little rat.
I knew he was bad, but I didn't realise he was that bad.
Constant, isn't it?
But yeah, I mean, when Edinson Cavani and Ronaldo up top, you know there's goals there, don't you? And as we defended deeper and deeper, and as Lee said, narrower and narrower, you knew Rashford would get it out wide, you knew Sancho would, and every time the ball come in the box, I just closed my eyes and thinking, oh my god. But then honestly, Shaw and Lascelles, both 8 out of 10 today. I thought they were absolutely class. To take that 2 for the goal, but apart from that, I thought they were class. I thought the communication between them was quality. And again, Shelby sitting and just protecting them. I thought that was quality, top notch today.
It really was. Alan Saint-Maximin comes off after picking up a slight knock. Hopefully he'll be okay for the game against Everton on Thursday night, which Lee will be at Goodison Park. You're looking forward to that, aren't you?
Well, if it goes ahead.
Yeah, exactly, if it goes ahead, COVID permitting. But Newcastle brought on Miguel Almiron. Dwight Gale came on as well for Ryan Fraser, who literally ran every blade of grass in the second half. But Newcastle probably were more likely to score. Jacob Murphy, you'll see the clip coming through now, hits the post, comes back out to Miguel Almiron, whose shot is well saved. And we're just going to move a little bit to the right. They might be on camera later on. But Miguel Almiron's shot, which you'll just see now, what a fantastic save from David De Gea. But Newcastle really looked like they were going to be the ones that were going to nick it right at the end. 6 minutes of injury time as well. Manchester United really didn't cause a lot of problems, apart from Dubravka almost dropping it into Sancho's feet. Sean, he must have been fearing the worst, because I thought he's going to panic and just pull him down for a penalty.
Looked like a comfortable catch as well, didn't it? But then when he's dropped it, a good job Sancho didn't get out of his feet quick enough. But honestly, it's just panic stations at that point, isn't it? And on the flip side of that, I just want to say, because where I was sitting, that strike at the end from Miggy, I thought it was going top bins. And I was thinking, oh my God, Will Murphy hitting the post and Miggy with that shot. But when he dropped it, mate, I just thought, oh, United are going to score here, but he just didn't get out of his feet quick enough. I think we recovered. Lascelles recovered, didn't need to clear it off the line.
Just point out, you'll get told off seeing United.
Will I? Sorry, lads.
Didn't apologise.
Sorry.
But I love digging them out.
Joelinton had a shot.
I've done well, not a cough, haven't I?
Did it hit Manchester United a defender in the arm? I think if that was the other way around, I think there might have been a look by VAR. Just got that funny feeling. But it did end 1-1. Let's hear what Eddie Howe had to say after the game.
Yeah, no, we're very disappointed because I thought we deserved to win. I thought the lads executed the game plan brilliantly tonight. I thought we had to be very good in midfield defensively. We had to have our lines tight between midfield and defence. And I thought, again, a lot of questions about us defensively in recent weeks. But tonight I thought we were very, very good. I didn't think we deserved to concede. And then also we created chances, and how De Gea saved that shot from Almiron at the end, I don't know, because I was right behind it. I thought it was in. We've also hit the post, but we've had great chances. But hopefully we've seen the beginning of a new team and how we want to play, and really pleased with the players today.
So that was Eddie Howe's thoughts after Newcastle's courageous point, Lee Lawler. And they're now on 11 points. We're 2 points off Watford, but I think we've played about a billion games more than Watford. I'm looking at Leeds United because we've only played one more game more than Leeds, I believe. 5 points off them. They're certainly catchable if we can keep on performances like that, having performances like that.
There's two ways you can look at this fixture congestion. We're going to have to do another shuffle here.
Another congestion behind us.
I know. People are saying that, the Premier League are picking on Newcastle. I'm not having none of that. I think it's Newcastle, I said before today, almost had a fit squad every single game. So play your games. Later on in January and February, those will have the fixture pile up. We won't. We'll be more fresher, so it works both ways. For me, if you offered a point before today, it doesn't, on the overall picture, it doesn't help me. But 90 minutes of football against Man United and the way we've been playing, shocking results, take a point all day long, wouldn't you?
You would take a point, and Sean, the festive period does get busier, COVID permitting. Everton on Thursday, Southampton on the 2nd of January. There's 2 games there before the FA Cup game. You're thinking there's chances for points there, and you'd like to think that Newcastle have got to win one of those games if we play both of those games, because there's a little bit of confidence now. I know the injury worries of Wilson and Saint-Maximin are worrying, but there's got to be some positivity going into those games that we can get something. You've
got to get 4 points out of them, haven't you? A draw and a win. But when have you ever looked back at over seasons and thought a team with 1 win before Christmas still have an arm's reach to like 17th and 16th? Like, we're still in there. So yeah, we've got to start picking up. This was a fantastic point for us. 2 points dropped in my opinion, but we've got to go to Everton and play Southampton. We've got to get a win out of those two. Doesn't matter who it's against.
You want it against Southampton, don't you, more than Everton?
I think it's 6 and 2 threes, isn't it?
Just got to get out of anyone at the minute though, Lee. Like, it's not picking and choosing where the points are coming from. It's just we need the points.
No, I agree. I think if you had to choose the two, you'd pick Southampton, pull them back in it, because Everton won't be down there at the end of the season.
Could we get 6? Could we get 6 points?
You're talking 3 games in a week, yeah. So a point a day. If you give us 4 points, I'm running with that. Because you've got Thursday night, and then Sunday, and then you've got a squad stretched. So
Rafa Benitez's style of football, he's not going to go attacking against us. That suits us more than Southampton.
Take 3 points if that win was against Southampton.
Be interesting to get your thoughts in as well in the comments below. And a quick question, I'm going to start with you, Sean. Who was your man of the match today?
Joelinton. 100%.
For once, there's several that you could choose
There is,
from,
but who's your
nice?
Who's your
main
man?
Ryan Fraser, because the amount of graft that he worked, that's why he's in the team.
I'm going to agree with Sean. I'm not disagreeing too much with your opinion, but can I have a big shout out to Joe Shelby and Sean Longstaff today?
And the 2 centre backs.
The 2 centre backs again were immense, but I thought our midfield were absolutely brilliant. Sean Longstaff, he's had a lot of criticism. Joe Shelby, very Marmite with a lot of Newcastle fans. They were absolutely superb. this evening, and it would be good to give him a bit of good feedback, good comments as well.
These are my first 2 games live, right, watching Newcastle. When I watched them back in the States, I'm watching them, I'm thinking, Joelinton, he's shocking. Like, what does he give us? And then I come and watch him live, total different view on Joelinton now. My opinion on him absolutely changed. He's just a grafter, he's a workhorse, and he's massive as well, so he wins all of his 50-50s, wins his first balls, and he's actually technically alright. So what he doesn't give us as a number 9, it's not his fault he was bought for a number 9. That's not his fault whatsoever. I think we realised he's not that, and he's not a winger. I don't know why Steve Bruce put him left wing. But as just to get that free roll, it suits him down to the ground, because he's absolutely grafting. 10 out of 10.
Tell you how poor Manchester United was. We barely mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo in the whole, the last word and the match reaction. Make sure you give that a look as well, and make sure you've also give the watch along a look. I'm sure that there have been so many different reactions when Alan Saint-Maximin put Newcastle United ahead, but this is where we'll wrap things up. What a performance by Newcastle. It's a good point. Can they take that sort of performance at Everton? Lee will be there to make sure that we have a Newcastle Fans TV reaction.
If anyone's wondering why I was drinking water, because I've got a hernia, not COVID.
Don't know that will flow.
I just had to get that in there.
Like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV. Also the description, the link for One Football will be in the description as well. We'll see you all very soon.